My name is Lizzie. Each fortnight I'm bringing along different origami folds to encourage you to keep up time for your self-care, and I hope this can be a really good practical fun way of just giving yourself time off where you really don't think about anything else other than folding a piece of paper. And there's so many incredible things you can do with paper. This week I'm really excited to bring along, this is a new design from Peter Buchan-Symons, and this is from his book Easy Seaside Origami. If you look up PBS Origami or on Etsy, you will find the book, and he's very kindly let me demonstrate some of his pieces there. So it's a lovely mixture actually of traditional pieces and also new folds that he's come up with. And obviously the Great Wave of Kanagawa is such an iconic image. I'm sure you will recognize this, which is by Hokusai, and it's such a beautiful, astounding image that is just so powerful nature. And so I think this design for a great big wave is so perfect, and also maybe also reminds us in a more gentler way of happy times on the beach as well. So if you have origami paper, you might like to use some lovely blue, or in this case I've made my own inspired by that lovely print, and I thought that worked quite well, so maybe we can do that too. So first of all, go and get yourself a piece of paper and a board. If you have pens, I think I'm going to do another a little bit like this, just to show you as well. This great wave will also stand up by itself, and maybe you can make a series of waves, maybe a little boat as well, could be really nice too. So it stands up and it feels very powerful. Right, so how to do this? So get yourself some paper. Again, in this case, I am going to take an A4 piece of paper and fold it in half. And in just a moment, I am going to be following Peter's instructions as to how to make his wave, which is a new design he's come up with, but it feels like a classic to me. So opening up this piece of paper, and a little tiny tear. You should be able to put your finger close to the edge. Enjoy tearing the paper, and then taking the corner, make it into a nice little pointy triangle. That's it. And then we're going to remove that white rectangle, and I'm really going to quickly decorate it. That way you'll see which side of the paper to do what. So I'm just thinking about how this will become the main part of the wave. So I'm going to pop that there, and I'm going to look at this lovely image too, and I'm going to just think about the marks. It can be really quick. I think a lot of Japanese art can also just allow that spontaneity. Just thinking of the roars of the waves, and maybe the little almost fingers of the waves at the end there. It's not really a right or wrong. Just let yourself get immersed in the feel of it rather than be worried about it being exact, because there's no exact. It will also change in wonderful ways too. I might add just a little bit more paler bits too. So I think that will do for me. That's my the wave that will emerge. Right, and next I am going to look at the diagram, and I'm going to guide you through, and many thanks to Peter for letting me follow his beautiful design. So take your colour paper, turn it over to the right side, and you've already got a diagonal line. So if you're using origami paper, fold it in half to make that diagonal. Right, our next step is to take the side, and we're going to fold it towards the middle, but we're going to leave a little gap deliberately. So it's almost like a kite shape, but we're leaving a gap. Let me show you. So I brought up, can you see that's the middle line, and I've left a gap, and I'm going to do the same here as well. That's it. So you can see it's left that gap in the middle. Great. So now you should easily be able to just fold this up. You can imagine it's already beginning to form a wave. And again, I'm just loving the simplicity. I'm thinking of lovely Lovely waves on the beach and the crash of waves. What a lovely sound that is. So we're going to start giving the wave the shape that we want. So you're going to take the tip and we're going to bring it up. Think of the crashing end of the wave coming up there. Maybe that sort of angle. They're all going to vary, and that's great. Can you see? So I have added a fold there. Now it would sort of stick out. So what we're going to do is open it up. And I am next. Can you see if I open it this way, I'm actually going to reverse the direction. So it is going to come up like that. Oh, I can feel it crashing around already. So this is a bit of bring it inside out. Like that. So it's actually the same direction, but we've turned it inside out. Let me show it just one more time in case it's not been very clear. So I had made that line, so it's up here, and then I'm undoing it. And then if we look on the outside, I'm simply going to pop it in. So it's going to reverse the lines that you've already made. So it will go inside out. Again, it's only in your hands that this will make some kind of sense. So our next step is we're going to take the top and get that to come down, thinking of the wave there coming down. Feel it's beginning to crash down to earth, the gravity. And again, opening that up. And we're not adding any extra lines. This is a bit like doing things for the birds, actually. This is like making bird faces. They're often pushing in. So it was, oh, the tip there is trying to crash down. So it's crashing down to earth. Opening this up, putting your fingers in, and then we're following just the lines that you've already made, no extra lines, and it will go inside itself there. We're almost there. And then the very final thing, if this is blue on the outside, you want to get just a nice little white little bit of the wave there. So I'm also going to slightly bring that in as well. And again, you could maybe undo that and reverse it so it's going inside itself there. There we go. Our last little tip of the wave. Crash. That's your wave. Maybe you can make lots of waves. I hope that's worked for you. And maybe you could make that little boat. I think before this is like one of the traditional little boats. So maybe the sampan, you could make a little sampan there and create your own scene. I hope you've enjoyed that wave, and big waves to you all. And thank you, Peter, for letting me share your design. Thank you, big waves. Thank you.